We're traveling to China for the first time and we only have 30 days to see as much as we can. Our second stop brings us to the town of Dali, an ancient town where history and laid-back vibes collide. Nestled between the Chongsheng mountain and the stunning Erhai Lake, Dali has always been a haven for photographers, foodies and anyone looking to soak in its beauty. From wandering through the cobbled streets of the Old Town to sampling the local Bai cuisine, Dali is the perfect place to hit pause on our fast-paced journey, at least for a moment.
Oh my god!
So let's dive in and explore everything that this place has to offer. Good morning, beautiful people. We have made it to our second stop in our China trip and we made it to the town of Dali. We'll be exploring Dali for about the next 2 days. Today we start with a very exciting activity because this lake right next to the town is very popular for cyclists and there's a bicycle path going all the way around it. The weather is looking a little bit iffy, but we're gonna see if we can go and rent 2 bikes. That's already an experience of its own, and explore a little bit of the neighboring villages. Let's go. Oh, hello, kitty.
You are the biggest cat I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm feeling raindrops.
Okay, so we're just on the hunt to rent a couple of bicycles so that we can go explore Erhai Lake. The plan that Max has is for us to go pretty far, like 45 kilometers. I guess it just means we'll get some good exercise in. It is so bloody cold today, which I am loving because obviously we've just been in warm climates. So yeah, the bicycle to warm us up will be good. So we're kind of trying to negotiate a price here because she's trying to rent the bikes for 60 yuan per bike for the day. But we just walked past a place that's renting the electric scooters for 30 yuan a day, which is like, why are they more expensive? We're not really sure. We got some bikes. Max ended up negotiating the bikes for 70 yuan for 2. We found the bike path. If it was a clear day right up there, we would actually be riding below some mountains and we would have the lake on one side and mountains on the other side. Unfortunately, it's not a clear day, so we don't really have a good view of the mountains, which is unfortunate. But this bicycle path going around the lake is so nice. Super smooth. It's an abandoned bike. Somebody just gave up. Oh my gosh, after 23 kilometers, we finally made it to Xizhou. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Xizhou ancient town. And also, I'm just so excited to show you guys Dali. We had a little sneak peek when we arrived last night, and it is adorable, but there's so much there for us to explore, so I can't wait to go check it all out. Oh my gosh, I am exhausted after riding that bike. Anyway, we're here now. Let's go and
let's go and get some food.
We have made it to the center of Xizhou, ancient town, and it's a market street, of course, but we are looking for some food, so that's kind of a good thing. But you can see how ancient all of the buildings are around. Plus, the street's so narrow, and the streets we walked through to get here were so narrow, and it's just like before there were any cars or anything like that. Even one of the buildings was a little bit dilapidated, and you can see that they hadn't used concrete. They'd actually used like that mud and straw that they used to use. So it's really good. I mean, look at this archway. Alright, so we found a restaurant, but we've translated the Chinese menu, and the translation for one of the dishes is ants climbing a tree rice bowl.
No.
Yeah. Oh no, ants climbing a tree to make a rice bowl.
有米片，那边那些佐料自己发，喜欢吃什么发什么。
Okay. Okay, it's all coming down. All right.
这锅盖里面。那你这个帮你叫我呢？哦。
So we got a bowl of noodles. We ordered 2 of the things that the people across from us were eating because they looked good, and then some rice. This one is called old milk potatoes, so I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. But this is actually really good. And everything, we ordered 1, 2, 3 dishes, 2 rice, and a fried egg, and it was only 47 yuan. Food in China is incredibly affordable and really delicious. Trying to order in China is no joke. You have to take a picture of the menu to translate it in your translation app. And then you have to take another picture of the menu, not translated, to show them what you want to order. And you have to remember where on the menu was the item that you wanted to order. It's a process. I'm so slow at using WeChat. They all just walk up and pay right away, and I'm like, look, the coffee. I'm so excited. So she put this filter paper over the top of the coffee, then the lid, and then a straw through the filter paper. Never had
Don't burn yourself
hot coffee served in a straw.
So one of the main attractions in this town is to visit this traditional house made by what the Dai people used to live here like.
Just walking through the town, it's kind of like when you go to Europe and you have all of those really ancient cities and villages and you get that like those beautiful old buildings. This is exactly the same as that, but it's China, and so obviously it's different architecture, but it's got the same like, you know, like town plaza square, and then like all of the historical buildings around it. Like it gives you that kind of like historical aesthetic vibe that you're looking for in Europe, but the Asian version, and I just love it so much. The nice thing about coming in here is that outside there's all of the historical buildings, but they're filled with like modern day markets and stores, so, and like signs, and so it kind of takes away. But in here, because it's been kept without all of that modern day stuff, it's a bit, except for the vending machine right there. Okay, maybe scratch what I just said. It keeps more of the authentic style than out there, and it's a lot quieter as well.
The carpentry is very well preserved, so it's really insightful to see what it was like before.
We're making our way back and it's raining on us. Good morning, beautiful people. Yesterday we got completely rained out. We're heading towards a famous site here in Dali ancient town, which is called the Three Pagodas. We just stopped quickly because Max needs a snack to get started for the day. And then we're going to be heading into the actual like ancient town area of Dali and exploring that as well, which looks so beautiful. I'm so excited to see that. There's lots of typical cuisine around this area. So as we're walking today, we've already seen a few different shops selling specific things like flour cakes to this region. So we're actually going to see if we can try some stuff as well. Bye-bye.
再见. Comfort food. Well, beautiful people, after a brisk walk through the beautiful ancient town of Dali, we've made it to the Three Pagodas, which magnificently were free.
I know.
Magnifique.
Look at that, it's here! The Three Pagodas, the reason that they are so important is because of how old they are. They're over 1,000 years old. And amazingly, they've actually survived multiple earthquakes and they're still standing, which for a building that's 1,200 years old, that's just insane.
I am so happy to be here because this is the kind of things that we saw when we're doing a bit of our homework with China, and we saw those insane things that us foreigners or non-Chinese didn't even know existed. And seeing one of them like this is so cool because it's like we're living what we wanted to see. Oh, I just love it. It is 69 meters tall, so it's pretty impressive. Can you imagine it's 1200 years ago? That must have been sticking out. And the park itself is one of the biggest Buddhism center in the world. So it's so much more than those Three Pagodas, and it's what we're about to explore. And I mean, to all the people that say China is super busy, it is busy, but
It's
quiet here. The lake we can see is Erhai Lake, the lake we cycled around yesterday.
Do you know what that means? I know.
You don't?
I know.
I know as well. I read it. Why can't I just remember everything I read?
Erhai means sea ear because it's shaped like an ear. So just behind here are the mountains, and that's Xizhou Mountain. You can actually take a cable car up there, but we're not going to do that today for obvious reasons. Oh my god. So we just discovered a map of where we are and we can figure it out. So it turns out we're actually halfway through this park, even though we've already covered so much. But the pagoda's where we started, and then the first building we went into, the second, this is the gate that we've reached. And there is all of this afterwards. This place is so much bigger than I realized.
Everything is bigger in China. Yeah. We somehow, on our way back, made it through a very busy street. Has a lot of fruits and veg, and there's so many things to look at because everything is so big in a sense. Like look at this tub of tea. It's like 200 grams of tea right there. The blueberries are beautiful and huge. The cherries are enormous. The flowers are so vibrant.
Alright, a short walk later and we are back in the center of ancient Dali town. And
hello.
Oh, okay. Shesha. Snacks.
Just started. Bang.
Anyway, it's so quaint and beautiful here. But I don't know if you can tell, it is starting to rain a bit. So I think we're gonna go find somewhere for lunch.
And the first meat, then vegetable, last one is the rest of the dough. And wait 2 minutes, you can eat.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay, so this is a dish that we've been waiting to try. It's called Crossing the Bridge Noodles. And they actually put the ingredients on a bridge, which is so cute. Apparently, our waitress just told us that you add the meat into the broth to actually let it cook.
Oh,
and then you add the vegetables and the egg afterwards, I believe. And then the noodles go last. So, and we have to wait for it to kind of cook inside the broth.
wow.
It's cool. We really don't know what we're doing, as you can tell, but it's fun.
It's definitely a process, those noodles.
This is taking so much time. The noodles are so soft. They're the softest noodles we've ever eaten. They're super fresh. And the broth that they're in is really good too. I'm supposed to drink with
a huge spoon.
They're so soft? Yeah, they're so soft.
Wow.
They're like the softest, freshest noodles we've ever eaten.
Now we can do the best thing you can do in Dali, and the most affordable thing because it's free. It's just wandering the streets because there is plenty to see here.
So because Dali is an ancient town, it was originally enclosed and it has a gate on each 4 sides, and they're absolutely beautiful. And this is one of them. But just like, look at these buildings. Like the whole town is so beautiful, and they've really done well at restoring and I guess maintaining the authentic buildings. But then the street level is like all modern shops and like souvenirs and things like that. So it's a really interesting contrast, but regardless, it's really beautiful here. This town is just wow. It is just so pretty. It's amazing. And just every single street is beautiful. It's amazing. It's kind of nice wandering around this town because it keeps raining on and off, but every time it rains it gives us a chance to like duck into one of the stores. So we just ducked in for a warm coffee to keep us warm. I've never seen anything like that before. It's like a mascot for this restaurant here, and I think it's just to grab people's attention, but he's like a little robot dog. He's so cute. You're just the most adorable guy in the whole entire world.
So as some of you know, we are doing as much as we can in traveling in China by train. And tomorrow we have a very early train to Lijiang. So we're getting some stock, we're getting some delicious fruit.
This is yak, like it's like jerky, dried yak meat. Apparently yak meat is a big thing in this region. This huge crowd, and Max and I are like, oh, what's this? It's just dogs. It's adorable dogs.
I'm proud of Jacqueline because she's embracing the photo culture and posing, which she's very shy to do. But she's very good at it when she goes for it, so give her a thumbs up.
I don't think I'm very good at it, but we'll post the photos on Instagram, so follow us there.
盖饭，认识吗？能不能认识？
This one?
黄焖鸡饭2个，
2个。
And this one?
1份小笼包，
小笼包，对
1份黄焖鸡
Yeah.
是1份
2个，
是2个，
Yeah. Younger.
总共3个。
Younger. Yeah.
小笼包黄焖鸡2个啊。
啊，听懂了。
谢谢。
谢谢。
你能跟我学3个，
Younger.
懂吗？
Doma? Doma.
好。
We were craving rice because, believe it or not, Max and I love rice.
谢谢。
It's like steamed little steamed buns and snap soup dumplings.
可以吃了。
Well, beautiful people, our time in Dali has come to an end and we absolutely love this.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one. Tomorrow we are jumping on a train and we are heading to another town, Lijiang. Look at this building. We're going to stay, a hotel's going to be one of these buildings. Meant to be just as beautiful. So make sure you subscribe if you want to keep traveling with us in China.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.